Hi guys, this is Chef Susie Singh from Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts. Today we're kicking it up a notch. We're gonna do sliders, but it's not just your typical slider. We're infusing it with Cholula, brie, and crispy apples. Let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna caramelize these onions. And it sounds pretty technical, right? But we're gonna make this super easy. So get a stick of butter or a knob, whatever you prefer. And we're just gonna melt that down in a pan. And now I'm just gonna thinly slice these onions. Super duper simple, right? Oh, do you hear that sizzle? What we wanna do is we wanna do this slow and low. And what that means is put the heat on slow and just let it go. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt right in here. What that's gonna do is it's gonna bring out the water in the onions and let it caramelize even more. And when I say caramelize, it's just browning the onions and bringing out that sweetness. All right, guys, so we're letting these go for about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna add Cholula hot sauce. And the one that I chose for these onions is Chipotle. It's vinegar-based, but it's got a little bit of a kick. And you're definitely gonna score a touchdown with your friends. So we're just gonna let this go, let this caramelize for about another 10 minutes, and then take it off the heat. Oh yeah. Your entire kitchen is gonna smell like Cholula hot sauce, and it's delicious. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the aioli. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make an aioli from scratch. For this aioli, we're gonna add 1 egg, half a tablespoon of salt, 1 clove of garlic, 2 tablespoons of Cholula. So what we're going to do is, I'm just gonna crack 1 egg. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands really quickly. All right, and this is gonna be super simple, guys. We're gonna use 1 garlic clove. We're gonna add a little bit of salt, and by a little bit, I mean half a teaspoon. Super simple. And then we're gonna add some Cholula. So again, we're using the Chipotle. We're bringing all of the Cholula into every single part of this dish. Oh yeah, let's add a little bit more. We're gonna kick it up a notch. So we have about 2 tablespoons of Cholula in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start blending this together. And you could learn this recipe if you go to chefs.edu. It's really simple and so easy to do at home. So I'm gonna start whipping this together. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drizzle in just a little bit of this grapeseed oil as I'm doing this. And it's really important, take a look at the consistency of this as I'm doing it. Right now it's really thin. What's gonna happen is it's gonna get very thick and you could just spread this on like a mayo. Boom. Guys, that only took about 1 minute to do. All I did was whip all of these ingredients together. The key to this is making sure that you drizzle in grapeseed oil or vegetable oil. If you use extra virgin olive oil, personally, I'm not a big fan of it. I think it actually ruins the taste of any mayo. So, all right, so we just finished with the Cholula aioli, and it looks amazing. You're definitely not gonna need a safety for this one. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna put everything together. So the basics for making this Cholula slider is adding ground beef. In the ground beef, I added 1 egg yolk, 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, and Cholula hot sauce. Mix that together, go ahead and grill that off. And if you're doing this at home, you could put it in a skillet and then put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. All right, on to the last step. So let's say these are totally done. All right, so now it's time to put the sliders together, and this is the fun part because you're about a minute away from eating them. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our slider buns, and you could use anything from dinner rolls to actual slider buns. I actually went to the local bakery here and picked these up. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna add some of the Cholula aioli right onto the buns, both sides. More sauce, the better, guys. And then the next step, I'm gonna add the actual slider itself. So you've got these gorgeous beef sliders right here. So we're just gonna do 1. So now we're gonna add the caramelized onions with the Cholula. And you could do the regular Cholula, you can do the chili lime, or you could also do the Chipotle. I ended up doing the Chipotle. So I just added these gorgeous green apples. So now we're gonna add the brie cheese, and I'm using a very nice creamy brie cheese. The reason why I'm using it is because I think it adds well with the apples as well as the beautiful caramelized onions. And it's the perfect accompaniment to the Cholula hot sauce. So our final step is just to top this off with our slider buns. And use a skewer, guys. If you can find a toothpick, that's great. I used a little bamboo skewer. Adds a little nice fancy touch right in. This will hold your entire meal together. Guys, so the reason why I love Cholula hot sauce is because it enhances the flavor of your dish instead of overpowering it. So this is perfect for brie and apple, which is so light and so fresh. It enhances the flavor of the brie cheese and the apple in the sliders. So use Cholula hot sauce. And we're done, guys. My name is Chef Susie Singh from Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts, and you've been watching A Taste of New York.